A few of you may have been able to tell from some of the things I've said in previous episodes, and probably posted on various social media online, that I'm a big movie fan. I've been a movie fan since I was a little kid. I'm one of those annoying types of people that can spout off a movie quote for just about any scenario. And that includes for this episode. The quote I'm talking about for this episode is from an unlikely source, the movie Zombieland. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, the movie itself is hilarious and crazy at the same time. It's meant to be a comedy, but even in a comedy, something heartfelt can happen. While trying to relax in Bill Murray's house, the characters named Tallahassee and Columbus are playing a game of Monopoly. Woody Harrelson's character, Tallahassee, lands on free parking and makes the comment, "Oh, free parking," which coincidentally is the best thing about Zombieland. Jesse Eisenberg's character, Columbus, replies, "No, the best thing about Zombieland is no Facebook updates. You know, Rob Curtis is gearing up for the weekend." The talk goes on for a couple more sentences before the conversation turns to the worst thing about Zombieland. Tallahassee says, "That's easy. Losing Bob." Columbus then becomes, briefly, the narrator and says Bob was Tallahassee's dog. Tallahassee jumps back in and says, "I tell you, I never thought I could love anything like Bob. The day he was born, I just lost my mind. He had my personality, my laugh, my appetite." And then Columbus again thinks to himself, "Laugh." And that's when it hit me. I felt so ashamed that it had taken me this long. About that time, the camera moves to a photo in Tallahassee's wallet. The picture was of a small boy, Tallahassee's son. And that's when the quote I'm talking about happens. Take away a man's son, you've truly given him nothing left to lose. And that's really such a true statement. While it is very valid for a father, I think it's also the same for anyone in a close family. This episode, I'll be talking about two incidents that shook not only the family, but the entire community around them. Welcome back to Music City 911.
911, the address of your emergency. Hello?
I need police. My brother killed my brother.
I heard the street name. Would you go outside or somewhere so I can hear you?
He killed my brother and he's in the ground. I'm honestly here, please.
I can't make out what you're saying. Slow down. Slow down.
Okay.
Don't yell into the phone. Talk normal and
okay.
Slow down.
My brother, Stanley Elias Eckerd.
Your brother
killed.
What?
My brother,
yes.
Stanley Elias Eckerd. Killed.
I can't get that.
He killed.
Your 6-year-old brother?
No.
Okay.
He killed my other brother.
When?
And buried him in my mom's backyard.
When?
Please. 3 days ago. Please, because my brother's here and he sees us digging up the body. He's gonna kill us. Oh my God.
How do you know you killed your brother? Wait a minute. How do you know?
He's in the ground. My dad's digging him out now, and he's been missing for 3 days. Please.
Okay. You need to slow down. Slow down. I need to find out what's going on at this house before I send anybody there. Okay, slow down and...
There's a dead boy in the ground.
Okay, how do you know this? What do you see?
Because I see him. It's my brother.
How do you see him if he's in the ground?
I swear to God, it's my brother. My mother's wife, dog. Please.
How do you know
the whole body. I don't know. You were there when my brother was here. You were here when my brother was here.
Hello?
Okay,
I heard you, but what is all the shouting for?
Because we're upset because my brother killed my brother. Please.
Okay, stop for a second. How old are these people you're talking about? Who's Who killed who? How old is the person? Who's dead?
My brother, who's 21, his name is Stanley Eckert. He killed my 19-year-old brother, and he's in the fucking backyard.
Okay,
in the dirt.
When did this happen?
The last time anybody seen him was Friday night.
Friday night?
Him and his friend Danny, who lives here, they both saw him. According to life, I don't know about Danny. I don't know, but please.
Okay,
please.
Listen to me. Help is on the way, okay?
Oh,
what
please.
is your name outside?
I'm outside.
Okay.
But I'm really scared because my mom's talking to my brother, and I don't want him to
me. The police are coming.
Okay.
Now,
okay, I have to get
wait. Don't hang up. Don't hang up yet.
Oh, please. Please.
The 19-year-old
is in the ground.
Okay. No, you never answered me. How do you know this? Do you see a body part? What do you see?
No, the whole body. My dad is over his body right now, screaming.
I can't understand.
Oh my God,
no, I can't understand you. You can see.
My dad is laying over the body. We just dug up the dirt because my brother had dug a hole the other night. So I came to my mom today and I said, Mom, we need to dig up that hole. What's in that hole? And she said, let's go.
So your father dug up the dirt and he's laying over the person that's in there?
He's digging him out of the ground. Oh, my God. He's screaming. He's over the body. I don't want to go over there right now.
Okay.
But my mom is in the room with my other brother. I'm scared, my brother.
The 21-year-old?
Yes, the one who killed him.
Was this a shooting, or do you know what happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think there's any weapons in the house.
Does everybody live together in this house?
Huh?
Does everybody live together in this house? Do you
I
all
don't.
live together?
My mom, the brothers, yes.
Okay. Do you
it's
live
just
there?
my mom. Huh?
Do you not live there?
They're on the way. No! They're on the way now. You can't hear me. They're already on their way. They're already on their way. Listen, but I just want
the deputy's getting ready to pull down your street. Can you stay on the line till you see the patrol car?
Yes, tell them that it's...
Don't hang up until you see
the police are pulling up the street, Matthew. Uh-oh.
So you're not sure how he killed him?
No, I don't know. I just know he's been in the ground for probably since Friday night.
Okay.
And they need to take my brother, and they also please let the sheriff know they need to take the other boy that's here because they're the two that
what's the 21-year-old's name?
Stanley Elias Eckert.
Okay, that's what I'm not getting. I hear Eckert as the last name. Say the first name again.
First name is Stanley.
Stanley?
Yes.
Okay. Stanley Elias Eckert?
Correct.
Is it Elias with an E?
Yes.
Okay. And is it Eckerd?
Yes. Eckard.
Do you know the name of his friend?
Danny.
Darren?
Danny.
Say it again. One more time, slower.
Danny.
I can't hear you.
D-A-N-N-Y.
Oh, Danny. Okay. And he's there with your brother also?
He was standing I'm just looking like he says he don't know what happened. He says he doesn't know anything.
Okay. Stop. Let me just make sure. Your brother, the 21-year-old, his name is Stanley?
Elias Eckert.
Stanley Elias Eckert. And
he has a record.
And his friend Danny is there also?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay, all right. They're going to be there in a second, okay?
Oh, please hurry. I don't want to see this happen to my mom.
Okay, can you wait outside with the police?
I'm out in the front.
You're out in the front?
Now, you're going to go to jail, so please stop, okay? There's going to be more than one cop. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, yes, there's more than one, absolutely. He was the closest unit.
Can I get off the phone now?
You're gonna get off the phone?
Matthew, stop.
Okay, don't yell at me. I'm here to help, girl. I'm here to help.
My brother Ken Elias is in the house. He's the one that hurt him. I'm gonna get off the phone now.
You're gonna get off the phone now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta get off. All right. Bye.
This call was placed June 21st of 2010 in the densely populated Spring Hill area of Florida in Hernando County, just north of Tampa. The caller is the sister in the family. At the first of the call, there was so much going on, I don't at all believe that the dispatcher was able to hear what the caller was saying. I've said it before on the show that cell phones, they generally have pretty terrible microphones to talk into. This was even more the case with phones 14 years ago. If you're the caller and you're too loud, the phone can crack or distort and become difficult, if not impossible to hear, especially if you're someone taking a call on a busy dispatch floor. What happened with the call, it's mind-boggling. The caller was saying that her brother killed her other brother and buried him in the side yard. It took a while to figure this out in the call, but the way the caller and her family found out, the dad dug up the dirt over his son. The suspect in this, 21-year-old Stanley Elias Eckert, had been at home the previous week with his 19-year-old brother Sean. They both lived in the family home at 8456 Peoria Street. During that week, Stanley found out some news from his brother that he didn't like at all. A while before this call, Stanley had what he called hooked up with a woman. He still wanted her. His brother Sean told Stanley that he had been dating her. Stanley believed that Sean was flaunting it to him. 2 days passed after Stanley found out the news, and he couldn't stand it anymore. He broke into Sean's locked bedroom, and they got into a fight. During the fight, Stanley wrapped an elastic cord around Sean's neck. The fight continued, and the both of them fell towards the ground, with Sean hitting his head on a nightstand on the way down, killing him. The autopsy showed that he had 3 broken vertebrae and a cracked skull. Instead of calling for help, Stanley decided he was going to try to hide the entire thing. He hoisted the body of his brother through the bedroom window and dug a shallow grave for him. His mother actually woke up around 3 a.m. and saw him doing that and questioned why he was digging the hole. He told her that he had some belongings from an old girlfriend and he didn't want to see him anymore, and he finally wanted to get rid of him. He decided to bury those belongings in the side yard. Later on, to try and further disguise the murder, he used his brother's cell phone to text family members as well as his love interests, but not before texting her himself. Stanley had texted her from his own phone stating that Sean had packed up and left the state. He then told her that they could get back together now that Sean was gone. Her reply was, "There is no such thing as back together since we were never together in the first place." They had hung out a single time, and Stanley told her that he had a crush on her. They kissed once in a car, but that's all that happened. Later, she sent a text to Sean. Stanley had his phone, and as his brother, replied that they were breaking up and that he was leaving the state to move to California. Stanley himself stayed away from the house after the murder happened. After the 911 call came in, deputies arrived pretty quickly to find Sean's father kneeling beside his grave, digging up dirt with his bare hands. It was later in the evening, and because it was so dark outside, Sean's body wasn't fully exhumed till the next day. After questioning the family, Stanley was later picked up and arrested. During Stanley's interview with detectives, he admitted to, at one point, planning to kill his brother, but he didn't have a plan to do so. He ended up saying he wasn't actually trying to kill him then, that it was an accident. With all the evidence that there was, he was charged with first-degree murder. At the trial, the defense argued that it was not a planned murder and that the first-degree murder was not a correct charge. Jurors tended to agree with this and asked for a lesser charge of second-degree murder. After being granted that, he was quickly found guilty and sentenced to 50 years in prison. This was a shock, since before the trial, he was offered a plea deal that would have landed him only 20 years in prison. After all of this, the family essentially lost 2 sons, one to murder and the other to prison. You know, that's the sound of another sale on your Shopify store. But did you know Shopify powers selling in person too? That's right. Shopify is the sound of selling everywhere. Online, in-store, on social media, and beyond. Shopify POS is your command center for your retail store. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify has everything you need to sell in person. With Shopify, you get a powerhouse selling partner that effortlessly unites your in-person and online sales into one source of truth. Track every sale across your business in one place and know exactly what's in stock. Connect with customers in-line and online. Shopify helps you drive store traffic with plug-and-play tools built for marketing campaigns from TikTok to Instagram and beyond. Get hardware that fits your business. Take payments by smartphone, transform your tablet into a point-of-sale system, or use Shopify's POS Go mobile device for a battle-tested solution. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. Do retail the right way with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/MC911, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/MC911 to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/MC911. You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you bump on repeat and you have to share it with your friends so they can experience just how awesome it is? That's kind of what it feels like when you discover that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. It's such an awesome deal, there's no way you can keep it to yourself. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you and your squad with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/MC911. That's mintmobile.com/MC911. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/MC911. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first call your parents to say, I'm sorry. And then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee for your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
This next incident, it's a little different than what we usually get here on the show. No 911 call, and it started much differently, in a not-so-standard manner. A woman was concerned about someone she knew and her family, specifically her son. She had been for some time calling repeatedly to the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services. After not getting the type of response she was wanting to, on her last call to DCFS, they told her to call police for a welfare check. Where we'll join in is with the initial officer knocking on the door at a little after 9 p.m. on July 25th, 2023. The person they're wanting to talk to is a woman named Sushi Staples.
How can I help you? Hi.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here. And
Okay.
it's been a constant.
Have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College.
Okay.
I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself.
Sir,
and he's in your basement.
Come on now. You think... Look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out of here?
No, you need a search warrant to do that. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it, no matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated as a citizen.
I get it. That's what
that is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
I have 4 children.
Her ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her issues. She thinks that's who it is.
Ongoing. She's been harassing my job, harassing my place of business, harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. It's like I said, we get a call. We got to show up.
They got to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they emailing me. Okay. I have spam emails here from these people. I'm gonna go down here. The last one I got was. Let me see.
Does it have a name on it?
Yes, it has his name on it. I have to go here. This is the last one I have. Okay. And this gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me. Right. This is how bad the harassers got. Okay. But until I can get Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find the address on them, right, that's going to be a problem. So they keep having me come back to court until I can get an address on them.
I'll add some notes just in the call that I was here and that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep coming up here. And
thank you.
All right. Sorry to bug you. Just like I said, we got to call, even if it sounds crazy, we got to come see what's going on.
This lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right.
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
So, I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
The mother, Sushi Staples, denied the sort of crazy-sounding allegations made against her. She claimed she had been getting constant harassment from her ex-husband, but especially from his new girlfriend. The allegation given to police was that her son had shot himself and his body was in the basement of the house. She denied that claim, stating it was all a hoax being put on by her ex's new girlfriend. The officer asked if Sushi even had a son, and she vehemently denied that, stating that she had only daughters living with her, 4 of them. Police tried covering what bases they could and asked if they could take a look in the basement just to cross it off their list and move on. Sushi said she didn't want her rights violated for something like this and that police would need to go through the proper channels and come back with a search warrant. Being they didn't have a warrant at the time, they couldn't just walk into the house and start looking around. For this interaction, police had done what they could and had to leave. But the question still remained. Was this all some sort of a hoax or harassment? The information police got was pretty convincing. It didn't sound to them like it was any sort of a trick. While the initial call to police was not released, segments of the reporting party talking with detectives were released. The audio starts mid-conversation, so it's going to hit rather abruptly.
At first, it was just like a regular phone call, like how you been doing and stuff like that. And then I heard her like crying a little bit. And I asked her, I said, what's wrong? And she just stated to me that Christmas will never be the same again. She then stated to me, I said, why, what happened? And she was like hesitant to bring it out and tell me. She then told me that her son she was gone from the house, and she told me that her son had shot himself.
And who do you know her son as?
Zion.
Okay.
She stated that he shot himself. At the time, he was 9 years old. I said, what do you mean he shot himself? I asked her some questions like, how did he get a gun? Like, how did that happen? She explained to me that she had just stepped out to run some errands, and she received a call from her daughter Serenity saying that Zion was gone. And she said, what do you mean gone? She said, why is he gone? Is he outside? Tell him to get back in the house. But she told me before she left, he kept saying that how he missed his dad or something like that. And he was crying because he felt like he missed his dad or something like that, she had stated to me. Then she said that Serenity said, no, he's on the floor. He's bleeding everywhere. She feared that they would take her kids away, and she was scared to lose everything. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said she still had him there. She told me she purchased a burning barrel from Home Depot or something like that you burn leaves and stuff in, and she stored them in that. I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, he was stored in that in her basement. She said she tried to set him on fire.
Everything that was said there sounded like some incredible allegations, but they did indeed sound believable. After doing a little more digging, police ended up going to a judge, and they were able to obtain a search warrant. We joined back with police as they arrived back at Sushi's house the next day just before 6 p.m. The answers to the questions from police were an absolute roller coaster.
She looked out the window. Hello?
Yes.
Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Wait a minute, my kid's in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the house.
We're asking you for your cooperation to be up front with us.
Hold on.
So step on out.
No, step out.
What part of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole house.
You need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna open the
Okay.
door.
Open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not going to tear up your house or anything.
Just
So
calm down. My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are going to walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant right here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further?
Okay.
I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how we
Yeah,
do.
you don't. You're not in control of this.
Okay. I'm trying to see. You all?
So I need your phone too.
My phone. That's not my phone.
Well, that's phone taking.
Hold on to that. So
Okay.
which rooms are your kids in?
Obviously not.
They're upstairs. I am very cooperative. I'm not fighting
You're fine.
anybody.
You're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
just, look, I'm
Tina?
scared. My kids
Mind
are
going
here.
upstairs and checking.
My kids are here.
Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
Because I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs. And I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Can I call my family to tell them, to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or anything
arrest.
like that, okay? That's why I'm sitting here talking to you,
not.
okay?
Okay, I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. we have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion?
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone. I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my informations and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I've been working with the FBI. I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up, and
have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters, and then another young boy.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So,
some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion?
I didn't say his name was Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
Yes, and
benefits. Listen to it. Benefits being put in his name that you're receiving from.
I haven't received any benefits.
And then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well,
someone has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go in my phone, you'll be able to see the messages between me and the FBI agent in Milwaukee. So I'm...
But this is separate from that with the DCFS call.
Because somebody is obviously claiming benefits and getting food stamps.
But they're getting food stamps for your 4 daughters and Zion.
And I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
Okay, are we going to find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
Well, because we're seizing your phone, okay?
I understand you're seizing it, but that's like, I should be able to at least call my lawyer still. I shouldn't be held in my own house and not be able to call my counsel.
Well, are you requesting a lawyer right now? Because if you request a lawyer right now, we're done talking.
And then what? You're going to arrest me?
I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to search your house.
We're going to search his house upside down. Somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing. And this is coming from other people. This is getting mentioned.
I can't help it when people call and make allegations against me. People do this every day out of spite. And I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where would they get the name Zion Staples?
Where would they come up with Zion Staples?
I don't know. People make it up all the time. People make it up all the time.
But see, DCFS does not come into your home and say, okay, have the neighbors over and let's do all this personal stuff that affects you and your family in front of all these other people.
They did.
They do it with you.
They did.
And they do it with your family.
They did, though. They very much did that.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you are claiming people back and forth amongst family members to get bigger returns, our biggest concern is that we can have somebody with law enforcement say, this is Zion, this is what's going on, and he is fine. Because right now, we have a person that exists, but we can't lay eyes on him, and it's a child. Okay, that's what they're saying.
What is that noise?
It's just
it's the beeping.
So that's what we're looking at. So if this is what's going on, if you have a cousin, a sister, a brother-in-law, a friend, or whatever claiming kids, or you're claiming them on behalf, and you guys are splitting some extra money, I get that. The biggest concern that we have here is that we need to make sure that this kid is safe. And in the time since the officer was here last night, and the time that an officer had called you back in June, that we can say, nope, she's totally clear. There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
Stop and arrest. I'm telling you.
I'm going to jump in right there for a second. There's a lot of audio that jumps back and forth. Some of it I did edit out because on the body-worn camera, it was either silent or had very little info. One of the scenes was officers in her basement looking around there, not finding anything. While being questioned by the officers upstairs, Sushi still denied the existence of a boy named Zion. She admitted to having some prior interactions with DCFS. While they were there, they stated there was a boy named Zion, which they said was her son. This was one of the items police used to obtain the search warrant. Sushi still denied having a son, saying that it was a neighborhood kid that may have been over at the house. Officers were not believing that. While she was talking with the two officers, other officers had been looking all around the house trying to find some sort of anything that would show that Zion was a real person. During the questioning, one of the officers found something.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth certificate.
For Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples, child. It's found in your room.
We need to get this figured out. Stop
lying.
this.
It's over.
Where's that kid? You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just going to dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no.
I needed some extra help, okay? That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents. And it was just really hard, like,
So is Zion a real person?
no.
Officers found something that had Zion's name on it. His birth certificate. Her name was also on it. Sushi got very quiet after that and started sniffling and crying a bit, but was still denying that Zion is a real person. She stated that she needed some help, that she had someone come up with some fake documents, presumably to defraud various agencies to get benefits for Zion.
I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Okay. Go and turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. Cuff it, you ready to walk out.
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in cuffs?
We're not gonna put him behind you, okay? We're gonna walk you to the car real quick and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
My neighbors, they've been knowing me for 6 years. You see that badge over there? I work 2 jobs at Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. God, this is embarrassing. I'm gonna walk and make sure that's
Sushi was placed in handcuffs and was told she was going to be charged with fraud. She openly admitted that's what she did. She said she essentially conjured Zion up and was receiving benefits for him. Those officers took her outside, but the other officers inside continued searching. They looked all over the house and kept coming up with nothing. No signs of an actual boy inside the house. They then left the house and started searching a detached garage. While there's no audio on that piece of video, you can see officers inside the garage paying close attention to something. By this point, they had someone inside taking pictures of the garage and where everything was. But while searching the nearly vacant garage, officers found what they were looking for. Officers found a metal trash can stuffed in the corner. They opened the lid, and inside, they found Zion, badly decomposed and partially burned. He was only wearing some Spider-Man pajama bottoms. After questioning further and finally coming around to answering some of the questions, Sushi stated that, just like in the call that we heard that came into detectives, that Zion had shot himself and her daughters had called her telling her what had happened while she was out of the house. She was afraid that because of what happened as well as previous interactions with DCFS, she would not only get in trouble, but that she also might lose her kids. Detectives later spoke with the other children who confirmed the statements. As far as police could tell, it seemed like it was an accidental shooting, that Zion was playing with the gun and it went off, killing him. It's not known where the gun came from. Even though this is all shocking enough, what's one of the more shocking aspects of this is that, as I said before, the two interactions with police, both the day we were just listening to and the day before, were in late July. The shooting was believed to have happened in December, 8 months prior to the boy being found. During those 8 months, Sushi hid the body in a couple different places. Once in a plastic bin down in her basement, then she moved to the metal trash can out in her garage. At one point, she admitted to trying to burn the boy's body. One of the questions a lot of people ask is how could she have concealed it that long? How did people not notice the boy was gone? And what about the smell coming from a decomposing body? None of the children that were there in the home were enrolled in school. They were all homeschooled, so his absence wouldn't have been noticed in any sort of school setting. Outer family was apparently not around very much, so no one questioned that either. And the smell? Sushi had been stuffing dryer sheets and air fresheners in all the vents of the house to mask the smell. Sushi was charged with 3 felony charges: concealment of death, failure to report the death of a child under 13, and obstruction of justice. Each one of those charges are punishable by 1 to 3 years in prison. She's already been to court on this, and on February 16th of this year, she was sentenced to just 2 years in prison. Prosecutors dropped all 3 charges I just mentioned, and instead, she pled guilty to endangering the life of a child. Her sentence included the time she had already served, and Sushi was eligible for parole in July of this year. On the 25th of July, she was granted parole. The only thing further she will have is a 6-month supervised probationary period. That's very surprising to me. And that will also be it for this episode. Time to talk about all I usually talk about at the end of the episode. But like in a lot of prior episodes, I definitely think there will be some sort of a chatter over on the Music City 911 Facebook discussion group about this. And with that, I'll ask a question. For the Sushi Staples case, do you think the single charge she was convicted of was enough? And what about the sentencing? I'll be waiting for your answers over in the discussion group if I don't post there first about it. To help the show keep growing, you can share the show with other people you know, or tell people about it on social media, places like Facebook and true crime groups, or other places like Reddit or Twitter. I'd really appreciate any help you can give me that way. And until next time, for Music City 911, I'm Brandon, and y'all have a good one.